Welcome to This Week in Our Collective Heads. We're here and playing Xenomia over at Marvelous Nerd Year's Eve. If you aren't here, get over here while you can. We're going to play a little game here. Versus. And what we have here is a first-person real-time strategy game. What's your name?
Derek.
Derek. I'm here with Derek, who's lead developer on the game. We're playing some first-person real-time strategy. Basically, we got to capture these bases, spawn different units, and get enough resources to amass an army and hopefully beat our the other players here. Right now it's one-on-one. This is going to have multiple maps and everything. Right now we're just kind of doing a early developmental on this. We're capturing this base that's going to give us favor. We have mana as well. It's a little purple on the corner. And so tell us, what are some of your favorite developers? What inspired you to make this game?
Well, this game is actually based off of a mod for the original Doom that my brother made a few years ago. And essentially it was, you had all of the different Doom engine games that were developed in the 90s, Doom, Hex and Heretic, Strife. And instead of using the weapons from those games, you could spawn the enemies.
Gotcha.
So you'd have, the Cyber Demon from Doom shooting a bunch of robots from Strife.
So as opposed to you doing the damage, you're letting units do your damage.
Yes.
We got a generator here to get more mana because we want more mana.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. All right, so right now we got these mushrooms going on. We're going to try to get more mana and favor to unlock different units here. So a more advanced unit here and then a ranged unit. That's right, right?
It's the ranged unit's the one with the little
javelin.
javelin.
I apologize. The javelin here, and this is the more advanced unit. Yeah. There's also spore colonies we can drop as defensive. Right now we don't have. Let's see. Do we have enough?
You're pretty broke right now.
We're relatively broke, so we need
more territory.
We need more territory, so we're gonna go get more territory.
There should be some inside.
Yeah, because he is over there. I don't want to fight the enemy yet. So grab a generator over this way.
So I've taken a little bit of an early strategic advantage. I took the middle base. So the map's pretty symmetrical. There's three.
Okay. So you already took up a couple bases?
And then one in the middle.
Okay.
There's 3 bases on each end in the center base, so you definitely want to be the guy with 4 bases.
Yeah. So I am behind, but we'll see what we can do. So I'll go ahead and spawn a little bit more here. Get some generators going.
Do additional units help with speeding up the capture?
They do. Your basic unit captures extremely slowly, but the other 2 that you can unlock make a noticeable difference. And then eventually, once you get to higher tech stuff, the units capture almost faster than you do.
So you mentioned that you guys are still looking at expanding in terms of different strategies and builds and units. Where do you see yourselves taking that in terms of strategy and different play styles?
We have 4 factions planned. Each of them has a different basic mechanic in addition to, of course, a completely unique set of units. So this faction relies on maintaining a relatively large swarm of units at all times.
Yeah, kind of very Zerg-like. I was kind of getting that feel of it.
And you have to have enough units, in fact, to even access your higher technology. Whereas the second faction we're working on has more expensive, powerful units.
Okay.
And the main way that you tech up, so to speak, is actually to sacrifice some of your lower level units as cultists to summon larger, like big terrible demons.
Cool. So we just unlocked our ranged attack. Getting close to being able.
You have to get units to get better units.
Yeah. So we're gonna unlock this Molderers.
It's a flying melee unit with high hit points.
So now that we have that, we can scroll through the mouse wheel, get our different units going.
And now that the fact that the opponent is spread out more might end up being a strategic liability, depending on how we play our cards.
Yeah,
those guys will engage at a skirmish range. So if you put them down, you can see they're throwing their javelins. And if the enemy gets in their face, they actually try and back up as well.
What am I doing?
If you clear him out, if you clear his forces out, you'll start to decapture the base.
And right now we're basically just completely blowing as many large advanced units as we can, hopefully to knock down this base. That'll be a fourth one for me.
When the enemy gets close enough, they'll fire spores that turn into new units. The colonies can't quite reach the sector.
So as long as I keep the offensive up, I should have this. But I don't know if he's captured other bases. Is there a way you can check? You can see that online.
You'll see a notice. You can see on his screen. He has a control point under attack notice.
Okay.
The mini map is not, or the map is not particularly useful right now. But eventually, the map that you can access, that you can toggle by pressing tab, will actually show you the status of all the control points on the map.
Gotcha. So right now the war is basically going on right in the center. And
Then don't forget that you can also use right-click to issue a move order if you need to gather units or you need to send them over towards a flank. Just try and get close together for maximum force.
Yeah.
Now you've popped the base and you begin to capture it yourself. Of course, now he's taking one of your bases.
keep defensive up. Yep. So try to throw up some defense here. And then figure out which base is being under attack. Because all I can see is control point right now. I don't really have anything other than that, so I'm going to guess it's that one right there.
He's got it.
And yeah, he's going to...
Oh man, that's a lot. You see you're broke on favor now that you have a bunch of mana. That's when you have to switch to your basic unit and just kind of pull down the left mouse button until that situation reverses.
It makes sense, yeah.
And then if you can throw units over the platform, you can prevent the capture.
So right now I've got a little bit more favor than he has, but so I have more favor, but at the same time, it's a big war of attrition going on right now.
Oh man, he's got a pretty good positional advantage.
His units on the base, you mean?
Yeah, and they're in a square formation, so it's a lot harder for you to gain by attack surface.
Yeah.
You've also just about gotten tier 2. That's bad. Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, it does.
So if you go back to your main base and spawn a few more units, you can actually afford to unlock some of your higher tech stuff.
So while I'm losing this right here, I just hit 200 there.
Yeah.
And that'll unlock our next round. Our next tier. Well, I do that through...
So you have your whole line down there.
Okay. So 40 and 30. Just need a little bit more favor. Unfortunately, I have to wait for that while I lose it at the other. Come on. There we go.
It's better. The unit you just unlocked is a melee unit, but it's very fast and it hits very hard. So if you throw a bunch of them, it looks like he's unlocked a different tier 2 unit, a light artillery unit. So they're vulnerable in close combat, but their weapon is very painful. So you'd want to get those, and you see how it's the status bar is blinking in the bottom left. You
have to maintain that level.
And as you lose units, it
see you. I see you over there.
That's interesting. So I have to keep my army, the units high enough
Yeah.
in order to unlock.
The higher tier units, like that air unit, actually gives you 5 army supply per spawn.
Okay, see,
So that's a good way. If you spawn a few of those, you'll be in
that
that
should keep it up higher.
It prevents them from wandering too far. It's X. So I don't, yeah, no, it is. I haven't get it
Yeah,
yet.
they do seem to like wandering a lot.
Oh, they do. And now you can spawn some of those. And you want them to be, of course, you want them to be as close as possible to the enemies since they're melee only.
Oh, okay. So this way.
I mean, they bite very hard.
Yeah. So bring this in. What do you think? Well, I didn't notice that before.
That's a score. When some of your higher tech units or yourself get hit, there's a chance that you'll grow a spore that spawns another unit.
Okay. Losing favor because I lost that base.
Yeah.
I'm not able to hold up on the favor.
That's control points.
Yeah.
Person.
What makes me want to do just sit and fortify this, but it's not going to be enough to keep it up. 85.
Oh, the walls turn colors based on what bases have been
Yeah, they do.
attacked.
That brick texture changes to match the team color of the
Okay.
capturer. Looks like he left a substantial force down there.
He did.
It's hard to spawn units in directly on top of an enemy force because they tend to die as they come out.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you have to kind of spawn in a bunch of units around the corner and then send them over. And it looks like one of your control points is under attack. Yeah, you're down to 1 now.
I don't know why.
I can see, so you must have captured the
So-
other side. Oh, and you started to cover your wall.
Yep.
Those guys, you want to engage them in close combat if you can.
These guys.
They do a lot of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, there goes
Oh,
the
man.
third. So I need to
You can
I
get
need
up
to
on-
recapture, but yeah, I need to get up on the wall. I'm worried he's gonna take that last one. I don't have anything. The other problem is I didn't build anything to in regards to defense. I really should have. Where is?
No, he's trying
He's
to
over his,
tighten the
yeah.
boost here.
No, not. What are you talking
What are you talking about? I don't-
He's doing some friendly neighborhood mushroom
Coming by.
creation.
Just your neighbor now. Bringing in the shit.
And yeah, if you tie all of his range units up in close combat, they'll start to collapse. Basically, he's about to try and he's going to make a run for your gate and open it and let it in like that. So many.
Well, I don't have near enough.
Right now, right now the resource situation is looking pretty dire.
Yeah,
so
there's
5 to 1.
Yeah, I have no way. I tried to reclaim bases, couldn't reclaim them fast enough or at all.
So that's bases on the bottom.
It's on the right. There's a little green flag icon with the white number on it. That's the number of control points you currently own. Oh man.
Yeah, so this is just a massacre at this point. I haven't even seen these guys before.
They're one of the tier 2 units. They're hidden while they're burrowed.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Oh, man.
Craziness. Craziness. So what's up next for you guys for in regards to development? What are you looking forward to next?
We're working on solidifying the multiplayer component.
Okay.
The game is already in an open alpha, so it's available for download and play, and the online service already works a surprising amount of the time, actually.
Fantastic. So unlike Blizzard and some others, they'll go down constantly.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
Ours is a little simpler, of course. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So and right now in alpha, so this is the only class that's available. You said faction, right?
Yeah, we're
This is the only
planning
faction.
on 4 factions,
Okay.
but right now we have the bottom half of 1.
Very cool.
Counting.
Very cool. Sounds good. Where can I check you guys out? What's the website?
We are at Xenomia.com. Xenomia with an X. I guess it's on my shirt. So.
It should be right there.
I did make that. Yes.
It's a little flipped, but if you mirror that, I'll also post a link to it as well, so you guys can check it out there.
All right.
Cool. It's great talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So take care, guys.